just want to go through with you how we get a 16 times or 1600% return on investment on a certified VA. I'm just going to go through a few things now that marketing agencies know, whether they've studied it or not, but this comes from experience. The first one is buyer behavior. These are the 5 steps in buyer behavior. It's been around since 1910. How do we measure it in the modern age? Well, this is what they use, pirate metrics, to measure it, and this is how they put a dollar value on the work that they do. Here's where we were 20 years ago, where there's only 2 sections in green. And at that point, at the start of the information age, you needed 10 touch points. Now you need 20 touch points. You can see over here on the other side. And so what businesses do is they make the mistake of actually talking people out of it by overselling it. But all of this is redundant if you don't go through the business development process first. So here we are, the marketing mix, which is product, place, price, and promotion. And that's how you develop it. And here's how it links to profitability of your business in the 5 forces model there as well. You can see above the line is actually the sales process. So when you go back to that sales funnel, those 3 things is what you're going to focus on, what marketers focus on, and that's what's called marketing conversion or sales. What you do is generally given away as well. How can I do it? When a customer asks you that question, you've already sold to them, and if you can adapt it, which is what if this happens to me, they're willing to pay 3 times more because they know that you're twice as good as if you can adapt it if it doesn't work. And this is why marketing agencies charge so much. This learning model says that structured workshops and online learning portals, this sort of stuff, only gives you about 10% of your learning. 20% comes from coaching and mentoring out in the workplace, and then 70% actually comes out and doing it. So you could do a marketing course for 1 year, and that's still going to take you 10 years to get up to the level that these marketing agency owners are up to that have been doing it for 10 years. Basically, the government's official figures is called the suitability gap, which is the government's official measure that a qualification is not enough. Here's why. Because they come out, particularly the honest students, and they know everything. Then they go into the workplace and, oh, this is harder than I thought, because they're given problems that they don't have solutions for because they know how to do it, but they can't adapt it, as we saw in the last model. I'm never going to get it, and after about 2 years of working in there, it starts to make sense to them. So this is why when you go and you do a course, this is where the coaching and mentor gets you to this thing where it starts making sense, and then you're employable, and this is how you overcome the suitability gap. They're highly eligible, but they're not suitable, so the low suitability, so they're unlikely to be recruited. And at the moment, about 80% of graduates applying for jobs are actually seen as not suitable. So what employers are doing is they're going for these surprise fits. People that are highly suitable, but they may not have the eligibility, but you can also give them a training course. So in a month, you can give them 10 months worth of work where they can get up to that expert level, but only in a very narrow field. So this is what we focus on with the VAs. We focus on action skills, or the great workers, the urgent stuff. So what marketing agency owners do, they just focus on the important stuff. Nothing gets to be urgent and important for them. So that means that it's sustainable for them. And that's why they've been doing it for 10 years, because they're not burning out. Do what you love. That's your best option in life. If you love what you do, that's an okay option. It's probably what's going to make you money. If you need to do something, that's your worst option. We're looking for people and they love doing the work that VAs do. And we're certifying them, and then we're working out, well, what do they want to specialize in? What's the stuff that they love doing more? And we're going to give them more work of that. So what we're doing with Brimble Recruitment is we've gone out there, our certification process is identifying virtual assistants that love doing the work that virtual assistants do, whether they've worked as a virtual assistant in the past or not. We'll give you the strategy. All you have to do is come up with a business idea. If you're already in business, then I'm sure you can do that.